Hey, how's it hanging guys? Chris here, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about Battlefield Hardline's upcoming DLCs. Now, pretty much all of the stuff I'm going to go on about in this video is mainly speculation, possible ideas, and, well, just things that I'd like to see. None of the stuff here has actually been announced, so you probably won't learn anything new here, but I just want to go over my wish list and possible predictions as to the kind of stuff we might see in future Battlefield Hardline DLC packs. We've already had Criminal Activity, and the other DLCs are coming soon, and no doubt we're going to see new maps, game modes, and probably weapons in the next 3 packs. So these are just some of the things we might see, and things that I'd like to see. Now, we've got a bit of a clue as to what all the DLCs are loosely going to be based around. Robbery's description is take down the opposition head on and progress through key locations with major cinematic action, available summer 2015. So we're most likely going to see some locations from the story. Maybe these might be the key locations that the description's on about, and I'm guessing this major cinematic action might be referring to big scale evolutions. Now, big scale evolution events usually means big scale maps, so maybe some of these maps might be larger than the ones we've seen in the past. Getaway is described to have frantic high-speed chases that immerses players deeper into the heist, so by the sounds of it, there could be a new chase-like mode added in here alongside the new maps and stuff. I really wouldn't be surprised if a capture the flag-like game mode is put into this one, with the game lacking a mode like that already at the moment. This could account for the high-speed chases and tense action like described. Now, you can't have high-speed chases without high-speed cars, so this might be hinting at new vehicles, maybe of the sports car variety, to be added too. And the last DLC pack, Betrayal, has quite an interesting description. There's a rat in every operation, and players will have to find out who to trust. So this is hinting at a new game mode too. Maybe one where players have to seek out a hidden enemy on their team. Maybe they have to stealthily take out their own teammates, perhaps. Whatever it is, it sounds different to the typical bog standard game modes we're used to seeing copied and pasted from other shooters. Now, as far as map ideas that I'd like to see pop up in future DLCs, there's one map idea that I'd be really surprised if it didn't show up. A prison map makes perfect sense for a cops and robbers game. Now, I know we saw a prison map in Battlefield 4 in the form of Operation Locker, but that was one built in the Chinese mountains, and it'd look a lot different to an American prison that we'd likely see in Hardline. Big open courtyards and guard towers that'd be perfect for snipers could make the map a lot different to Operation Locker, and suitable for Hardline's infantry-based combat. There could even be holes blown through walls and breach points, as though criminals were trying to break someone out, or a partially destroyed environment like there's been a prison riot. Being a game that consists of criminals, I'd be very surprised if we don't see a prison map at some point down the line. Another idea that'd be quite fitting for the whole criminal theme of Hardline would be a gang hideout in maybe an abandoned warehouse or factory. These could be near the docks or the sea, with shipping containers that give players a lot of places to hide and hunt down their opponents. Also, if it was near water sources like the sea, then maybe we could see more water vehicles like the gunboat, which hasn't really been used much yet in Hardline's multiplayer. Maybe even jet skis could return, which would be good for getting to objective points and escaping areas. The idea of using the abandoned school from the main campaign might make a good map. Maybe with that as a central point of the map and the outskirts being the playground and other nearby buildings. I guess if this was to make an appearance, then it could possibly be put into the Robbery expansion, with the description stating it'll feature key locations. Though I wouldn't be too surprised if it was put into one of the later DLCs if a school map was to happen. So, Criminal Activity gave us a few more weapon attachments, and this gave me some ideas for other things that'd be quite good to see in Hardline's future DLCs. But another accessory that could be added could be a gun-mounted taser. The taser guns already in the game are hardly ever used, down to them taking up your secondary weapon slot. They kind of seem like a gimmick, and carrying a trusty secondary weapon is a big thing in Battlefield. The whole concept of being able to take someone out non-lethally is a good idea, and then interrogating them afterwards revealing enemy positions is quite a nice incentive to use the taser. But the fact that it takes up a secondary weapon slot, which a lot of players really rely on, especially snipers, kinda means that the taser that exists in the game isn't really used as much as it should be. Now, I know what you're thinking, the whole idea of carrying a taser instead of a pistol is a sacrifice for dealing with close range players and gaining that ability to interrogate them. But a gun-mounted taser would take up a place of maybe an accessory instead of a laser sight, or canted iron sights, or even take the place of an underbarrel attachment. And in theory it could work like an undermounted shotgun or grenade launcher from the other games, toggled on and off whenever you want. There is actually a semi-automatic taser shotgun called the Maul, created by a company called Metal Storm that fires taser shotgun shells. The gun's got 5 shells and it fires as fast as you can pull the trigger. Now in reality the weapon's got an effective range of about 30 yards, so a gun like this in Hardline will probably be ridiculously overpowered. So something would definitely have to be done to nerf its overall power. But the Maul would be a cool creative new weapon that I think would fit the whole Hardline theme. Now, as I was saying before about underbarrel taser attachments, There's actually a maul attachment that already exists. It can be fitted under assault rifles, so these ideas really aren't all that far-fetched. Another nice gadget idea would be an enemy radio, a way of knowing that you've been spotted maybe, and give you a chance to react to all the nearby enemies that are chasing you down that you don't know about. It'd be a really helpful gadget, even if there was just some kind of indication that someone's placed one of those orange spotting Doritos over your head, so you know to get the hell out of there. One of the main reasons for getting killed in Battlefield is by being spotted. Now I'm not saying to give the spotting ability a counter or getting rid of it, but at least an indication maybe in the bottom corner of your screen or something just to let you know that you have been spotted, to give you a chance to duck and cover rather than the false impression that you're totally safe standing in the open. This could take up a gadget slot so that you still have to decide whether it's worth equipping or not, but at least it'll help you out in a lot of cases and I think it'll be a perfect addition for Battlefield Hardline. So guys, these are just a few ideas that I've been thinking of and things that I think will be quite cool if they're put into Hardline. Like I said earlier on, none of these things have been confirmed for the DLCs from when this video has been published, and they're all quite simply my ideas and possible predictions. But who knows, maybe some of these things might show up in future DLC packs. I'll be covering all of Battlefield Hardline's expansions as they come out, but for now these are just some of the things I'd like to see. Make sure you let me know your ideas and things that you'd like to see put in Battlefield Hardline's upcoming DLCs down in the comments. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned to see loads more on Battlefield and everything else. Take it easy guys, and I'll see you in the next one.